What's up, Nitro Nation? Yes, the Muggy Maniac is in the Nitro Cave, or may I say, because I'm doing some wrenching, I'm in the laboratory of a mad, muggy scientist. Alright, people, well, I wasn't gonna really do another video because I know I mean, you guys have got enough videos from me for the last few days. We got a little brat video, we got, some controversial videos, which that's probably all of mine lately. But it is what it is. Like I said, I will never blow smoke up anybody's ass. I'm not going to sugarcoat, candy coat, powder coat, glaze coat, you know what I'm saying? Any of those coatings. I'm not going to blow smoke up nobody's ass. And I admit, I'll be the first to admit it. I can be, some people call it arrogant. I don't really I'm not arrogant. I'm so passionate and so OCD and sometimes, well, most of the time, anal about what I do in Nitro and stuff, that it irritates me that a lot of people just take this for granted sometimes, and that doesn't make it okay for me to make, as it seems at times where maybe it's a personal attack, and I'm not that type of person. Okay, and this is in response to Woogie. By the way, Woogie, we're good, man. I hope you read the comments on the bottom of your video. By the way, man, that sucks, man. See, that's what happens when you talk shit about me. Look, your vehicle got jacked up. Nitro gods, they don't like ugly. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding, bro. Calm down. I'm just playing. No, that sucks, though. Been there, done that. The woes of Nitro, man. How many times have I broke shit? Well, more times than you guys. Anyway, just enough, okay? If you haven't broken enough shit, then you haven't been doing Nitro long enough. Or you haven't been doing E-Word or whatever. Because you will break shit. And then again, it's like anything else. How many times will you do that? Until you learn why, and you've got to be careful. And runaways, that was my fault because, I chose to use 4AA batteries in my receiver, and I chose to use switches. And some people never have problems with those. And never had that issue. I just happen to have plenty of issues. So I know. And that shit is the most sickening, gut-wrenching, want to just like roll up in the fetal position and die when you see your sick ass, and depending how much money you put into it, piece of machinery you can't control it, and you just got to watch it run into a wall or whatever until it stops, and hopefully the damage is minimal. But anyway, so I understand all that. But anyway, Woogie, we're cool, bro. I just, for the record, I just don't like people. If you're going to say something to me, you have especially you have my number. You could have came to me and said, listen, what's going on with Nitro Bird? Or what's the deal with this guy? You know what I mean? I didn't like the way that you just went on his channel and, trying to be his buddy, it seemed like it to me, or whatever. Maybe I didn't read between the lines, and I did I took it personal that you called me an asshole. It's not what you say, remember, it's how you say it. That's why I don't like the texting thing. I know I text with some of you guys on, I'd rather just, hey, here's my number, here's my email, sorry, Nitro Whiz Kid, you're in Germany, I can't call your ass, too bad, because I would, I'd rather, hey, call me on the phone. I'm not like some of these guys that get too big for their britches or think they're above everybody, and I don't talk down to people. I just call it how I see it. So you can call it talking down, or I've heard people say that, and it's not the first time. It's, people say, oh, well, why don't you talk down to people? You belittle people. I do not. I tell it how I see it. I'm brutally honest. If you don't like that, then unsubscribe to my channel, like I said. And go find somebody that'll pat you on the back and say, hey, you know what, it's okay to have Traxxas, or you're doing a good job, or, you know, like these videos that I mentioned before. Oh, you know, you're awesome, man. Thumbs up. Your tune is, man, that thing sounds killer, bro. Like, be honest with the person. You don't have, like I said, sometimes I can be a dick. Most of the time I am a dick or an asshole, but that's a lot of times the only, I mean, majority of the time the only way people understand is not by you just being a dick. It's like, it's you know, I'll tell a person, hey, you know what? I showed you this and this and that, or try to help the person out. But, you know, in the bird situation, it wasn't even that. The guy's just throwing my name out there like I knew what, like I don't know what I'm doing, and like he knows what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing, and it's okay. But I don't think he's ever going to admit that. I admit it when I don't know anything, or I don't know everything. I tell you guys how many times, over and over and over. Don't believe anything I say. Not that I'm saying anything I'm saying is not the truth. Just challenge me, please. There's very few people that will challenge me. The only people that challenge me is people that have no facts. That's a different story. If you're going to challenge me on something or try to correct me on something, get your facts together. Don't just talk out your ass. I mean, if you're going to say, hey, Muggy, you know what? When you said this was wrong. Okay, it was? I'll either say, you know what? Hold on a minute. What did I say? What are we talking about? You know, like adults. And a lot of times, oh, you know what? Hey, my bad, bro. Thanks a lot. You're right. Oh, you know what? I did say that. Oh, you know, what the hell am I doing? You know what? I admit it all the time. I'm not some guy that just, you know, dishes a bunch of shit out and that talks down to people. And then when somebody talks down to me, or I don't care. I just don't got time for a lot of that bullshit. What I block people is because what they're saying has no weight. If you don't know what that term means, it means you have no facts behind what you're saying. If you don't know what the hell you're saying, then shut the hell up. Pay attention. And if that sounds pompous and arrogant to you, then that's about as directly as I can be. My goal is to be somebody in Nitro, and it might not be me, whoever, that my videos are brutally honest. And I don't know anybody out there that's as honest and straight and direct as I am. Mr. Zai used to be. But once you get to 1 million subscribers, you know, I mean, whatever. You know, or you get to however many thousand. I hope I never get more than what I have now. What, 100 and, I don't know, last time I checked, 150? That's nothing. I don't care about, that doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that I tell it how I see it. I tell it not only by how I see it, I tell it by the facts behind what I say to you, or how I say it. You know, sure, sometimes I can be brutally honest, but that's just how I am. Why, like I said, you want me to, this isn't a freaking Disney Channel. This isn't a feel-good channel. This isn't, you know, let me find a video out there, some guy will, you know, tell me that my shitty tune, or, you know, that's not helping nobody. You know, I'm not saying I'm closing off any communication. I just don't have time for stupidity. There's a big difference. If you're just an idiot, then I can't help you. Again, you can bring the horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. You know, there's no sense of beating on a dead horse. It's dead. Move on, which is what I do. Or block you, whatever it is. I beat on that. Why am I beating on that horse? It's dead. Move on. Next. How you doing, number 2, newbie? How you doing, number 3? And so on. This isn't, I don't want my channel to be just an open forum for any idiot to do what the hell he wants, and then have the gall or the balls to you know, or the audacity to say, oh, I'm the one that taught you that. I didn't teach you that at all. And that's the case of the bird. And by the way, I unblocked Bird. He can, you know, come on my channel, please. Come on and state your case. I went toe-to-toe with plenty of people on my channel, you know, and then eventually at the end of it, after I found out that this guy is a complete moron, then I blocked him. We duked it out. You guys can go back to a video. I don't remember which one it was, a while back, and some guy tried to give me a bunch of shit, you know, like he knew what he was talking about. He didn't know shit. He didn't know shit from Shinola. And that's what I mean. And it's not the people that just, you know, make mistakes. It's the people that, what comes out of their mouth, like they know what they're talking about, and they'll say, oh yeah, you know, and, you know, the Muggies, you know, or not, won't even say my name directly, but, you know, say, you know, this guy's full of shit. Then don't watch my channel. Go someplace else. I don't care. I'm not going to change the way that I do this channel for nobody. Just like Woogie said, like you said, Woogie, you're not going to change. It's your channel. This is my channel. These are my rules. Why? Why? Because I can. That's why. I'm not talking down to people. I'm keeping it real. So if my channel is too much reality for you, excuse my language, get the fuck off my channel. I'm not begging for your thumbs up and your views. Matter of fact, I've been excited on my last few videos because I'm getting a lot of thumbs down. I love that shit. I want more thumbs down. Because that means I'm ruffling feathers. That means people are getting butthurt. Maybe that'll get people off their ass. And start doing shit the right way instead of just talking out your neck. You know? And if that's too real, if my channel, again, if it's too real for you, then go someplace else. This is the Muggy Maniacs reality channel, people. I'm the coolest guy in the world, man. I had a long conversation today with Lights Out Jones. By the way, shout out Jones, man. It was great talking to you. You know, we talked a motto, you know. We did the, you know, the messenger or the whatever phone thing where you do the camera thing, and man, this guy's a mountain, man. I wouldn't want to tangle with this guy. This guy whooped my ass. He's a big old country boy. And he's a country boy, but he's cool. He's educated. And again, I'm not talking down, but it is what it is. There's a lot of guys that are country folks, whatever. They're not educated. And whether it's your fault or not, I'm not blaming you for that. Just don't say anything then. Because every time you open your mouth, you put your foot in it. Pay attention. That's why God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. More listening and less talking. And I need to take that advice from me too, because I do a lot more talking than listening sometimes too. Hey, I admit it. I have no shame in my game. All right? You know, and I know Jones even was on my Facebook. He gave a shout out because not too long ago, I mean, I didn't want to try to get too personal, but I think I started to mention on a video and I kind of went on a tangent like I always do. You know, I've been clean and sober for over 3 years. Haven't taken a drink. I was lights. I should have told him that. If you're watching, Mr. Jones, I was lights out drunk. That's the kind of person the Muggy Maniac was. And I'll put that out there. I don't care. You know, we're family, right? Here, let me throw this out there. That's who I was. Raging alcoholic. And I admit, and I, you know, I don't, not ashamed to admit it, but I was. Man, I hurt so many people, my family, my mother, my kids, and then the list goes on. And I'm not going to get too far into this, but that's what I come from, man. I've been through a lot of shit. So don't come at me like I'm some pompous, arrogant, spoiled brat. I mean, my mom does spoil me, and I had a great upbringing, but man, I squandered all that shit. Because I didn't care about anything but me. And a lot of times, you know, I got to be careful because I do make it about me. But it's not about me, man. And I tell you guys that. It's about the new guy. It's about helping out the new guy. But if the new guy, you know, wants to wallow in his shit, so to speak, like a pig, you know, then I'm only going to throw out the life preserver so many times. You keep throwing it back at me, I can't help you. You know what I'm saying? I've done that. You know, I'm throwing the life preserver out to help somebody, and they keep throwing it back at me. We'll drown, man. You got an anchor around your ankle, and you're sinking, bro. And I'm trying to help you, and you're throwing the life preserver back at me. I don't got time for that shit. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, That's what I wanted to say about that. You know, let's get into some wrenching. I'm going to show you guys how I go about a little bit of my maintenance and upkeep, as you can see over there. The Mugen MBX 5R or 5. It's a 5R slash MBX 5 Pro Spec. They're pretty much similar. That's why I kind of got it mixed up when I first got this thing. There's a few things that variate. Main difference on the Pro, the Pro Spec, which is what mine is, and the R is the Pro Spec has all of the Pro stuff. The R has not as much. It has the carbon fiber shock towers instead of these, which these are way better. As far as for you know, I don't want to say bashing, because remember I said I'm not going to use, I'm not a basher. For recreational use. For the nitro enthusiasts, these shock towers are better because these are 5mm, man. I measure them. These are thicker than anything in my cave. Thicker than the Techno, which they're beefy. Thicker, you know, but standard chuggies are, I think, 4mm. If I'm not correct, I have to measure again. 3.5, 4, something like that. I think the Muggy is 3mm. But anyway, those are 5mm, man. That's some sick ass freaking 70-75. That shit ain't bending. Look at that. Check this out, man. Here, I'll let you guys look at the freaking. Telling you, man. When it comes, I will give the Chinaman this. Well, not Chinaman, but as far as Asians, when it comes to Japanese, like the technology, man, hands down. Platforms, whips, you know, whatever you want to call them. I mean, Japs got it. Japs have the platform technology to a science. Okay, now motors, not so. Yeah, OS is good. You know, I mean, they're the top. Alphas, they're okay. But man, and when it comes to motors, as you guys know how I am and how the Muggy Maniac feels, it's all about the Italian Stallions, people. Okay? There ain't nothing, you know. I don't care if it's a $500, $600 OS Speed, Adam Drake Special Edition, whatever. It is not the same quality as any of these Italians. Period. End of story. Not even close. Not even the same page. That's like comparing what's the baddest Japanese rice burner you can think of. The one that comes to mind, because like I said before, you guys know me, I'm a motorhead, is the Nissan GTR. That is a sick ass whip. Okay, it's a rice burner, but that thing's badass. 500 horsepower, stock, off the showroom floor. Yeah, that thing's rapping. I have a buddy of mine that has one. Sick vehicle. But it's a rice burner. Now, how does that compare to a Bugatti? Not even close. To a Ferrari Enzo? Not even in the same ballpark. Need I say any more? So, you know what I'm saying? So, when it comes to platforms, I will give the Japs rightful, you know, give credit due where credit's due. When it comes to platforms, Mugen, by the way, it's pronounced Mugen. Not Mugen. Mugen, that's how they pronounce it. I was reading somewhere, that's how they pronounce it. Mugen. Oh, Adam Drake, when he went to Japan. No, because he races for Mugen. He was calling Mugen, and then the Japs, the you know, CEOs or whatever, big wigs are like, oh, no, Mr. Drake. No, it's pronounced Mugen. Yes, vehicle is in Japan. In Japan, we call Mugen, not Mugen. Mugen, like almost like moo, like a cow. Moo, Mugen. That's what they're called. But anyway, you know, technos and Kyosho's, and I got a Kyosho I want to show you, by the way, in a minute. And I'm gonna show you a couple rice burner dealios that I found on the internet. But anyway, so. When it comes to platforms, hands down, Japs got it. But when it comes to motors, you know, people talk about OS, and I mean, they're dominating. Credit due where credit's due again. On the race circuit, look, besides the 3 reds in the top 10 point standings in the world of professional nitro racing, buggy and chuggies, OS is spanking ass. Oh, you have one LRP up there, which it's Asian too. So anyway, you got all the rice spinners up there, but you got reds in there too. And I think there's a Pico, but not in the top, not even the top 10. So on the race circuit, there is Picos, and there's reds. I believe those are the only Italians, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys do your homework. I'm sure somebody will say, "Hey, Muggy, that's not the only one," or whatever. But from when I looked, that's what the deal was. So anyway, when I ranch, we're gonna get into some ranching. Oh, more shout outs. Shout out, like I said, to Mr. Lights Out Jones, and we talked for a long time, and he understood what I was coming from, and he, just so you got Wuggy and Nitro Birds, man, he stated his case for you guys, but he knew where I was coming from. I explained it, and I said, "Hey, how would you feel?" He goes, "Yeah, I get it." He even said, "I don't think Woogie meant it that way." I said, "Well, that's not the way that I looked at it, though." So, you know what I mean? And at least, Woogie, you have, you're man enough to state your case, and we're good, bro. No worries. I got love for you, man. Just if you got anything to say and you see a Nitro brother like that, come to me first. Don't go on his channel and try to, blow smoke up his ass, because that's the way that I looked at it. You were blowing smoke up Nitro Bird's ass, and that's what I didn't like. And I'm sure you didn't mean it that way, but it it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I'm not demeanoring or talking down to nobody. I just talk the truth. I tell the truth. Look, my dad, I showed you guys, look, my dad's freaking redneck. My dad's a freaking, not a hillbilly, but my dad's got freaking $1,000, he likes cowboy. My dad's a freaking cowboy. You should see his, he's my stepdad, but he's like a real dad to me. He's man, awesome guy. He's the one that owns the race boat. That's my beautiful mother, man. Love her to death. Talk to her every day. Me and my mom are close. I'm very blessed. But my dad is for his, if you see my dad's mom, maybe my step-grandmother, but, she's like my grandmother. Her name's Patsy. She looks like Reba, because she's obviously older, like an older Reba McEntire. You guys know, if you guys, especially you country guys, you know who Reba McEntire is. That's what she looks like. So my dad is a freaking a redneck. Or, I don't want to call him a hillbilly, but, whatever. And I don't mean that. I've lived with some of my best friends there. Like I said, I lived in the South. I lived in Texas for many, many years. I still have friends there. I have family that live in Texas. So I'm not racist. I'm not prejudiced. I don't talk down on, y'all. Y'all. I can't get that Texas thing, man. Those Texans drove me crazy. Y'all have a good day. Man. Anyway, so let's get into this, man. Enough of me, I stated my case. We made our peace. We're good, Woogie. Nitro Bird, I'm not sure about you. I did unblock you, so I don't know, man. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you're doing what you're doing. Maybe you're like the Nitro Nerd said that I'm confused. And I had another guy went on his channel. I just told him, he's running his shit and saying, and he's running. And I made a comment. I said, hey, you know what? That sounds really lean to me, man. And he's got a really nice techno, and he's got some street tires on, and just running up and down the street with a Works .21. And the head title on it was like running a 17 tooth. I'm like, so what? Are you doing speed runs? What are you doing? I didn't get it. And I'm like, man, that motor just, I wasn't getting excited about it. I was just honest. And I told him, hey, man, sounds kind of lean to me. Oh, man, maybe the Nitro Nerd was right about you. That's why I unsubscribed to your channel, because you talk down. He said the same thing to you. I talk down on people. You guys call it what you want. I don't talk down on nobody. Okay, I keep it real. Okay, it's not arrogance, it's reality. That's what this is. This is Nitro. I'm gonna change my, we'll call this the Muggy Maniac Nitro Reality channel here. You want some realism? You want me to be brutally honest? Then come on then watch my videos. You want somebody to blow smoke up your ass and sugarcoat shit for you? and beat around the bush and don't tell you when your shit's off, then I'm the wrong guy. I'm sure there's other guys out there that'll pat you on the back and blow smoke up your rear end and tell you, oh man, your thing sounds great, man. Oh yeah, you got that thing dialed. And meanwhile, you're not learning a damn thing, and you're just going in circles, dog chasing its tail. So anyway, before we get into my little bit of wrenching, oh, and I had some other things I want to go over with you guys. I wrote my list here. Yeah, Muggy Maniac's got to get on some kind of itinerary because I'm running these hour-long videos, and I want to try to cut them down. I know a lot of people say, I like watching your videos. I don't matter if they're an hour. I like watching long videos. Gives me something to watch while I'm wrenching. I don't have a lot of time, but I will make time just, because I'm that passionate about 8-scale nitro, and I do care about guys that, I can't want this, how should I say it, and this is put in perspective the way that I am. I can't care more about nitro for you than you do. You have to care. You have to care enough to ask. You have to care enough to want to do the right things. You have to care enough not to be lazy. Don't take anything that I say personal. I'm not, it's not a personal attack. And most of the time, unless people, talk shit to me, it's the only reason that I said those things to Woogie and the Nitro Bird, because I felt like, stabbed in the back. So obviously I'm going to retaliate. What do you think? I'm going to just take it laying down? You don't know me very well. I'm just like Woogie, just like you said, Mr. Woogie. I'm not the guy that you want to go to battle with, especially when I went toe-to-toe with the RC, not with the Nitro Nerd. You know what I mean? If you are going to come toe-to-toe with me about Nitro, better bring your homework, your study guide, your chart, whatever. You better bring some solid facts, or you will get your ass handed to you. And I'm not sounding, that's how it is. I'm just keeping it as real as I can. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the Nitro Nerd did. He came at me for no reason and got sideways on me, and, we went around for a minute. I went on his shit, but he has everybody blocked on. You can't even do any comments on nothing that he has because he knows better. He knows people will smack him left and right, But he does do the Twitter thing, and when he does the Twitter thing, it's open. And I've gone on that Twitter and let him have it many times, and he never said anything back to me. He just kind of went on his own thing. I think he subliminally makes little jabs at me. I don't care. He doesn't bother me. I'm over him. I'm not going to let one person or anybody stop my mission, which is to teach it, preach it, keep it real. I want to be the most controversial Nitro channel out there. I don't want all the subscribers. I'm not going to, and as long as my subscribers don't grow and I stay where I'm at, worst case scenario, I get 200 subscribers, then I know I'm being controversial because people don't want to hear the truth. They're too used to that Traxxas lie and that Horizon bullshit where all these companies blow smoke and sugarcoat everything and suck you in, and then you're doomed. I'm not going to do that. If you bounce out of my channel, and I've had plenty of people unsubscribe, and I hope more do, and I'll even help them out. Because I'm not here, for subscribers, for views, to get a YouTube paycheck, to make everybody like me. I don't care. You don't like me? Put your thumbs down on my thing, please. I want to break a record. Let me get more thumbs down than views. Instead of getting 100 and something views like I usually do, let me get 100 and something thumbs down, man. I think that would be cool. That means I pissed 100 and something people off because they didn't like me telling the truth. They got their ass hurt. They got sand in their vagina. I'm not, I'm just keeping it real, man. If the truth hurts, sorry. That's the way I roll. So anyway, let's get off of that. We already spent a half hour on that bullshit. So anyway, we're cool, Woogie. Nitro Bird, I don't know yet. You're unblocked. state your case, do what you got to do, whatever. Anyway, this is a Mugen based. It's OS based, but it's their Mugen. Mugen makes motors. A lot of companies, Mugen, Techno are the only two, I believe, platforms that make their own motors. Mugens have motors. These are called Ninjas. They're made by Mugen. They're an OS-based motor, but I didn't know they made a .28. Now, I'm trying to find out from this guy. This is a used one. It's in pretty decent shape. You know, I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10. It's about a 7. As you can see, there looks like there's some kind of deposits on the motor case. See that? Kind of like it just needs to be cleaned up really good. Now he shows a picture right here, if you can see that, and that looks to me, because the plug's out, like the piston's up inside the sleeve. If that's the case, that motor could be done. Sometimes you can heat them up and it'll come loose, but if it scratches the sleeve, you're screwed. You got to repinch it, or just rebuild it. Anyway, I sent him a message to see, if that sleeve, if that piston has been down on the bottom, where it's at. Has it been set, bottomed? And those are the questions that I'm telling you guys this. So when you guys out there are buying used motors, don't just go by, okay, man, it's got a lot of pinch. Well, that's great, it's got a lot of pinch, but what kind of fuel's been ran through it? What percentage has been ran through it? Has the guy had Traxxas bullshit running through it? I mean, what are you looking at? How much fuel's ran through it? Oh, yeah, it's got a lot of pinch, but yeah, it's got about 3 or 4 more runs and then it's done. Just because it has a lot of pinch, not always a way to gauge the motor. So I ask a lot of questions. Like I said, the only dumb question is the one you don't ask. So it's $150. Now they have a one like this, but brand new. One that I found. I think it's on here somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. I gotta back up. This is on eBay, by the way. If you guys don't have laptops, I mean, I got 2 of them, man. I'm not playing around. This is my hobby shop. I don't have Track Day Hobby around here. I got freaking Traxxas Warehouse. Okay, here you go. Now they're brand new. These are $300. Like I said, I wouldn't pay. I told you before, I just won't pay $300 for a .21, but it's a .28, and I wouldn't pay $300 for this, even though it's brand new and it's .28. I mean, it's clean. I mean, it's new. Well, why would I pay, for this rice burner $300 when I can get a Nova .28 Rex Legend for $100? So I can get it modded for what they want for this. See that? $300. So why would I buy this? Now the used one makes more sense, and it is make an offer. So depending on what I find out, I mean, if I can get that for $100 and some change, I'd pay that for that thing, and the used one's in good shape. I just don't see paying $300 for this thing when I can get a Pico or a Nova for that price, modified. Not stock, $100 less. Okay, so now that's that. Now over here, I want to show you. This is for the guys that you guys that are looking for platforms. Okay, now the only thing bad about this platform is doesn't come with any extras, man, and it sucks. Because if it did, I would be on it like a hobo on a hot dog. Trust me. But it's in good shape too. It's a Kyosho ST race kit Evo. Basically what this is the truggy version of their like MP9, MP TK or MP9 or the TKI4, whatever you want to call it. That's what this is. It's in really good shape. I mean, it's set, you can tell. See there you go. See that turnbuckle? Corroded. I guarantee you, if you take this apart, look at that other one, corroded. I can see the dog bones, front drivetrain, corroded. So when you take this thing apart, it's going to have a lot of corrosion in it, I can already tell. I mean, he wants 199. It's a bid one. It's got 2 days left. Obviously, nobody's bid on it. A lot of people just don't know a lot about Kyosho's. They're not like real popular. I don't know why. I know Elliott Boots ran. Look at the universal drivetrain right there. See that? Corroded, man. So people that live back east, depending on where you're at, I mean, that happens because of the moisture, and it happened because it's not. People blame the salt and the weather, and oh yeah, I hear that. You're just freaking lazy and you don't maintain it. There's a way to avoid all that shit. I can keep my shit outside or in the garage or wherever, and because I know how to maintain it, and it's not going to corrode. It's because you don't clean it, you don't coat it with silicone. So I hear that all that bullshit excuses. It's laziness because you don't take care of your shit. That's one of the number one things that I see in Nitro, man. And people complain why their shit doesn't perform or why this happens and that. And a lot of it stems from them not taking care of your shit. When I see somebody's vehicle and it's dirty, their whip, that tells me first red flag comes up. That person doesn't take care of his nitros. Shame on you. You don't deserve to have a nitro. You deserve to get nagged out and quit. There you go. How's that? Is that too honest for you guys? Am I being too direct? I mean, this is a sick whip, though. These Kyoshos, I mean, these are really, and it's in good shape. It's just neglected. You can just tell, like I showed you, all the corrosion on it. But as far as the plastics and all that, it's decent. Only problem, again, it has no extra goodies. As good a deal as it is. I mean, if nobody bids on it, you can bid. He wants $20 for shipping. You can get it for $220. That's about $80 under where I, set my bar for what I'll pay. Okay? But the deal breaker is it has no extras. And I don't know. I haven't really looked into these Kyoshos as far as parts available and stuff like that. I'd have to, and I really wouldn't get into researching that because I wouldn't buy it. Not because the price is killer, man. Has no extra goodies, man. So that's why I won't buy it. Like I told you guys before, you want to find a whip. Price is one thing, yes. There you go. Hey, there's my XTM, 200 bones. There's the XTM Mammoth right there. People see it. I wouldn't give him. I paid $200 for mine was brand new. This doesn't have any. He looks like he. The only thing reason I would even buy this is because that body looks like in decent shape, and those bodies are so hard to find. I mean, he looks like he's changed a lot of it. Well, no, it looks pretty stock. But again, I can just tell. You can look at it, and you can just see the corrosion. Again, neglect. Number one thing you want to look for when you're buying a used whip is corrosion and rust. I bet half you guys never even thought of that. And that's what happens when you get it, and you get it delivered to you, and you look at it, and it's a fucking rust bucket. Excuse my language. And Woogie, thanks for reminding me about the cursing thing. Yeah, my daughter, and I've had, younger kids, or guys say my son watched it, same thing. I need to watch my, my potty mouth. Hey, there's that jamming again. I'm telling you, man, if you guys are new, hey, Woogie, man, since you got a decent Hyper 7, here you go. I know you probably won't get this, but I would highly recommend this. It has tons of goodies, great price, $200, $30 for shipping. I mean, that's not too bad. I think he's got goodies. Let me see. If he doesn't have goodies, then never mind. I can't remember on this one. No, he doesn't have goodies. That's right. He don't have extras. Scratch that one, Woogie. I know Woogie's looking. Here's one. I think this one is a roller. This one, 215. Nah, I don't like it. Anyway, those are good, man. If you can find one of those Jammins, parts are available for this thing, and I've seen plenty of them with lots of extra goodies, and it would team up and give you a nice set. Not new, but hey, it's your first. It's a great platform, for the price and to learn on. Parts are available. You know, I mean, you can get one of those Jammins for $200, maybe cheaper. So you'd have your matching Hyper 7 OFNA with basically the OFNA version Hyper 7. I don't know if you want to call it that. That's what the Jammins are. They do make an OFNA, I think, Nitro truck. You don't see a lot of them though. They're not that good. The Jammins were kind of more like a race kit. So anyway, let me show you real quick how the Muggy does his little bit of my wrenching. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. I don't know if I can zoom in or not on this. Can we zoom in? Probably not. No. When you're doing the direct off YouTube, you can't zoom in shit. But anyway, you guys will be able to see. So, when I'm wrenching, I don't know if I have enough light. I do the simple green thing. It's just less elbow grease. Make sure if you're going to take apart, when you take your arms off and all that, I sometimes take off my hinge pins. Depends how many times I've ran it. Like obviously we ran the Mugen MBX5. It was already torn down before we ran it, so it was fresh. What I call fresh. Which means it's completely been ripped apart down to the last nut and bolt and reassembled, and then I have like a cycle. Then I'll do, like, depending on how dirty it gets, I'll do one BRAP session, and like the one I just did with this thing, and that baseball field really caked this thing with it. And the rear end, remember, the rear end is always going to need more of the attention. Sometimes you can get away with doing what I call a surface clean on the front of your whip, because it's not getting the blunt of all the dirt and all that stuff. It's the rear end that's going to be getting most of it, because all the nitro, the fumes from the pipe, especially the left hand side, is going to get buried, okay, with dirt and fuel and all that. But just the rear end is always going to be the dirtiest part of your whip. So a lot of times I'll start at the front, just because the front has more moving components. You got the servo saver, the top plate of the servo saver. You got the steering knuckles. In this case, because it's a Mugen, I got the uprights which carry the pillow balls. Sometimes I'll have to disassemble the pillow balls, because I can usually get inside the pillow balls and clean them pretty well. But sometimes you gotta really get the crap out of there, because you don't want these on a Mugen, and this only applies to if you got pillow balls. The Mugens and even the Associates, because they have pillow balls, because as you guys know, they copied Mugen. Anyway, you don't want these balls, you want them clean. That doesn't sound right, huh? You want your balls clean, people, okay? You don't want dirty balls. Dirty balls, no bueno. You want clean balls, okay? So if you guys got dirty balls, clean your nuts, all right? Clean your balls up, all right? Because it'll bind. It'll affect your suspension. Now, I know a lot of people, this is something I don't see a lot when people explain when they're maintaining or maintenance and their stuff. I always, before I put my shocks on, I make sure, see how that's free like that? If you pull this up and it stays up, you should be able to pull it up all the way and let go, and it should drop. If not, it's because your hinge pins, when you put them in, whoa, oops, a little unbalanced there. Got the Mugen's falling off its rocker, people. Are you off your rocker, Muggy? No, but the Mugen is. I gotta remember the front end. It's got more of the weight right now. But anyway, a lot of you, if you tighten up the front, like here, I'll get closer so you guys can see. Where you tighten up your hinge pins, just snug them a little bit, okay? And what I usually do, and I'll show you guys this, is when I put my hinge pins in, for example, first I got to put my my carrier on. Okay. Where's my hardware? Hold on a second there, people. You guys don't have a cordless? Man, I remember when I didn't have, when my daughter got me this for, it was like a year or two ago. I think she got me this for my birthday or something. Because my daughter, my youngest daughter, which you guys haven't seen on video, she's a workaholic. You guys seen my older daughter. But my younger daughter, her name's Amy. She's legal now. She's 21. Damn, these kids grow up fast, man. Remember my little... Where's my babies? They're all grown up in college. And anyway, I asked her, you know, she said, well, I can't afford a lot, you know. And I said, I understand. You know, she's a starving college student. But she's all, Dad, what, you know, what do you want? And I said, you know what? Since you work at Lowe's, you probably get a discount. Get me an inexpensive, decent... cordless hand driver, because I didn't have one before. And man, talk about saving so much time. If you guys are wrenching and you don't have a cordless, man, for me to, when I didn't have one, man, instead of taking a couple days or however many hours, man, it would take me weeks to tear my shit down and put it back together. You know, and that's why I like using these type of bits. Now, these aren't the MIP ones. I got a set of these that I'm getting, the MIP bits. I mean, you're only getting, what, 3 bits for like $30-something. But, hey, MIP, you know, and I'm the most, you know, I can be very frugal and thrifty. And, man, but when it comes to tools, man, I learned the hard way. You know how much shit I stripped out? And I got tired of that. And you got to use the Dremolo to try to cut a slit in the hex bolt to remove it. And it's just a headache, man. I hate that shit. I just want to wrench on my shit, you know, like, you know, Mr. Zod would say, I just want to, you know, do some gentleman wrenching, you know, I don't want to sit here and struggle because I got bullshit tools, you know, and you can only afford what you can afford, and I've told you guys, you know, that Duratrax little set, and also this one here, which is the, what is it? This one is the, that's the Duratrax. The other one I have, which is the, I can't believe I'm even saying this, Horizon carries this. Kin Exis. It's like 20-something bucks, but I mean it comes with all the hex bits and the dry, and it comes with standard and metric. I think Horizon may put that together because I think they own that company because they know their shit is half metric and half standard, which is retarded. So anyway. Yeah, without a cordless, man, this shit is major work. So anyway, when you put your arms in, okay, and you tighten them down, put this one on here on the front, oops. You guys can hear me. Yeah. So when you put them in, the hinge pins in, and you tighten them down, just make sure, because I know, you know, when you're, because depending on what vehicle you have, when you put your hex in one like this, the Mugans have a where's my other wrench? They have a long hex bolt like this. And then you will have I changed these, you know, it's an anodized hex nut, okay? I feel weird now that I'm saying nuts. Balls. Anyway, when you put it together, what you want to do is you want to make sure that it's nice and free. Okay? When you put it in, I don't want to... I don't do a lot of wrenching videos for the simple fact my shit's so tedious. I mean, you guys would be falling asleep if you're not already falling asleep. But when I put it in there, get it up in there, get it up, when I get it all in there, and it's, it's on the hub carriers and everything, and I'm tightening it down, what I'll do is I'll snug it and then back it off, and then you should be able to turn it freely. If it's kind of feels tight, you don't want it too tight. You don't want it loose because you don't want a bunch of slop in your front end. Okay, and you'll be able to feel it by moving it back and forth like that. But again, the whole point that I'm trying to make is you want this stuff to flop down. I think a lot of guys make the mistake and they don't pay attention and just tighten everything up, and they put their shocks on and they're wondering why their suspension, why their shit's not handling right. I mean, suspension is really, really huge. And maybe one of these days when I get, a chance, I'll do a video for you guys on, tuning your whip. And I don't talk about tuning the motor. There's a lot of other tuning. Dialing in, your toe in, toe out, your camber. There's so much, man. I watch Adam's video, like Mr. Zod. I like watching his videos because he's just that nitty-gritty, basic, mechanical type stuff. He's not real technical. He's just kind of just, X's and O's type guy. I guess that's the best way to put it. But when I watch Adam Drake, if you ever watch Drake's videos, and I've watched his videos while I'm wrenching for hours, just watching, I'll set it up, stream it so it's just one of his videos after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. Just all his videos. And most of them I've already seen. But every once in a while I'll hear a subject and I'll be wrenching, I'm like, my ear will peel, and I'm like, I haven't heard of that. And I'll stop wrenching, and I'll go sit down and watch this shit. The guy is a technical wizard, man. He's got 30 years plus experience, I think, or, whatever, 20 plus in nitro, racing, and I'm sure he, even though he doesn't mention it, I'm sure he's recreational or bashing, whatever you want to call it, on the side. I mean, Adam is like Mr. Za, but a different level, man. And I don't mean that Mr. Za doesn't know his shit. But he's the backyard mechanic type guy, which still gets the job done, keeps it simple, keeps it cut and dry. But when you get to a certain point in nitro, and for the guys that are new and haven't been in nitro in maybe not even a year, a lot what I'm saying right now, kind of you're not going to get it until, and I don't know, you guys might get it. The sooner you get it, the better. But, Mr. John Bodegel is great basic backyard mechanic type teaching, but he's not real technical, okay? Now I know he can be, okay, and I'm saying he's not. He's not that type of guy. He just likes to keep it just basic fundamentals, which is good. That's why he's so popular. But Adam Drake, that guy's a freaking man. That guy's a. Why do you think all these pros highly, hold this guy in a high status? They trust this guy in breaking. These are guys from other teams. They trust in Adam to break in their motors because they don't want to deal with the break-in. They don't got time. Those guys are busy. They just want to get that motor, brap it a few times and let's get on the throttle and start testing and get our stuff dialed in. That's how it is with racing. I've been around racing, and I used to race, not nitro, but E-Word back in the day. And sure, a lot of it's changed, and nitro's a lot different racing, obviously. But, the basics of racing, there's so many things you got to do, And Adam is just a freaking, John's the mad scientist, I guess, to sum it up, to put it, in a nutshell. And Adam Drake is a professor, man. That guy is a professor. Professor, it's the best way that I can explain it. Professor Adam Drake. John Bodojo is the mad scientist, man. He's the mad scientist. He's getting shit done. He's making stuff work, making it happen, teaching it, keeping it really cut and dry, paint by numbers, which that's why I learned from him. But also I like Adam too, and I kind of try to integrate that in what I try to teach on my channel. A little bit of Adam, a little bit of Drake. A little bit of Drake, a little bit of Adam. Adam, Drake, both. They're split personalities now? No. A little bit of Azan, and a little bit of Adam Drake. And other guys. I try to mix it all up. I don't just, one person. I tell you guys, network. Do your homework. Talk to guys all over, around. That's where I get a lot of my information from. People that know what they're talking about. And I'll even test. I won't believe what they say. It's like a doctor. You don't go to the doctor and he gives you, the diagnosis and you're like, okay, well, really? That's, I've got a whatever rash. Okay, I'm good. No, you're going to go to the next doctor. Is that really what it is, doctor? I don't think it is. Oh, well, yeah, maybe it could be this. Okay, let me go. When you get second, third, fourth, different opinions, then you finally go, okay. The whole common thread of this is I got a damn rash, and now I know what's wrong with me. That's just the way we are, And that's why I always tell you guys, don't believe what I say. Challenge what I say. Go do your homework. I'm wrong sometimes too. I'm not always right. And I admit that. So anyway, what am I doing? I want to, let's see, how much time do we even got left? Where are we at? Oh, we're at an hour again. Another hour-long muggy video. Enough of my yapping. So, I guess I'll save what I wanted to go over for you guys as far as teaching you guys stuff. I just wanted to go basic up. I can actually run through this. Let me take a minute. Don't upgrade. This is just one of my peeves. Don't upgrade unless there's a reason. Don't. And I used to do this. Go out and waste a bunch of money because it looks cool. I only upgrade if I break the shit. Okay. Always improve. Okay, you always want to make yourself better, Don't become complacent. If you become complacent, then you have zero chance of success. Okay? Always look to get better. Or why in the hell are you even doing this? To me, that's what a hobby is. It's something you want to get good at. Not something just to do because you don't have nothing better to do. It's something to get good at. Keep that in mind. Okay? Always look to get better. Strive to get better, man. Don't just settle for mediocrity, man. Be the best, Get that shit down, man. Get that tune dialed in. Make that freaking whip rip ass. Okay? Another very important thing to your whip. Durability. How do you want it to handle? How do you want it to drive? Don't let your whip dictate you. Or don't let, and this is, I got this from somebody that we don't even, we went toe to toe, like I said. So you guys probably know who this is. And I think it's good information. Like I said, this guy knows his shit. It's just sad that he went the way that he went. So, design or get your whip the way you want it. Don't just say, okay, well, that's the best my whip can do, or, that's the way it handles. No, you tell your, in a sense, you're making your whip do what you want it to do. It's your shit, Make it yours. If you don't make it strong and durable, and that's why I always emphasize the chassis braces, and those type of upgrades are important. Okay? Because if it's shit's broke, then guess what? You failed. Period. End of story. Okay? Keep your shit clean, man. How many times do I gotta emphasize that? Keep your shit clean. Don't forget to check all your shit. I always do a 10-point muggy inspection. Every time I'm cleaning my shit and tearing it apart, I'm inspecting everything to make sure that nothing's broke or nothing's wore out, or let me see, I might need to replace this, or look at my aluminum hubs. I don't understand how these things get so scuffed up. Maybe because the rocks are spinning around inside of the rim and they're just dinging these things up. Look at these things. You know how much these 70, 75 beautiful aluminum rear hub carriers on the Mugans, and this is the old school Mugen ones. The new ones are a little bit, only you can't see them because they're inside the wheel, but these things are like $60. And it don't come with no damn bearings. Two of these for the to the two rear, left and the right, $60. I asked one of the guys at this place called, I mentioned this before, it's a place called Nitro House. If you, hey, Woogie, go online, look up Nitro House. I guarantee you they'll have all your hyper shit. If you can't have a hard time finding it, look at Nitro House. They have all hyper shit, Habayo, Offna, all of that, man. This guy, he's over here in Southern California. He's like 30 minutes from me, but Mugen stuff, all the stuff that's hard to find and discontinued, he has it. It's called Nitro House. Look him up. For whatever your front shit that you busted out, you broke. She broke her wing. The Hyper's got a wounded chicken wing. Anyway, he was telling me when Mugen, they make these at the factory, the reason they're expensive is because the machining, they put them in a CNC machine, obviously, takes a long time to do these things. And I mean, even though this one's kind of worn and old, if you see them brand new, I mean, the same thing, these match the shock tower. This is my rear, look at that thing, man. Thing's beautiful, man. Look at that. 70, 75, 5mm shock tower. And this is a 14-year-old dinosaur. Like, tell me where you're going to get shock towers. 70, 75 aluminum, freaking gunmetal color like that, or whatever color you call it. Look at that. The machining on these things. This shock tower, by the way, I have an extra one. You know how much the shock towers cost? Dude, these shock towers are like $50 for one, not for the set. I need to replace the front one. It's getting kind of scuffed up. I have a hard time finding this one. I'm going to replace it. Hopefully it's at least half the price of this one. So anyway, that's all I got. We ran another hour again. I was trying to keep this video short. Dang, man, I messed up. My bad. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna go look for some more motors on here. I'm looking, I'm looking for a platform. You guys know I'm looking for a buggy. I've set my mind. I'm looking for a Techno NB 48.4, which is the newest Techno buggy. Used, mint condition, tons of goodies. 300 or less. Until I find it, I'm not buying a buggy. However long it takes me, and I know I'll find one. I had that one on there, but I wasn't ready to pull the trigger on it financially yet. And it's gone, man. And I was like, dang, that was a sick deal too. You guys seen it. Sucks. So anyway, it is what it is. That's all I got. If I find any platforms, Woogie, I'll let you know. But yeah, so by the way, me and Woogie, we're cool. We're good, man. And I will catch the rest of the Nitro Nation. So yeah, that if you guys take enough time, like some guys actually have on this channel, get to know me off the YouTube. I'm not the way that you guys might think I am. Okay, I'm just very, very passionate and sincere, and I want to stick to being as truthful as I can. Even if it ruffles feathers, even if people get butt hurt, I only make personal attacks when I feel that I'm attacked or I'm defending myself, okay? So, like I said before, if the shoe fits, wear it. If it doesn't apply, let that shit fly. Don't worry about it. Let me get back to wrenching. Got to put the Mugen back together. Then I'm going to decide what motor we're going to put in the Techno, and we're going to rip that Techno probably this weekend. So, anyway, all right, people. Peace out.